From the sudden shocking losses of Season 1 to the calculated horrors of Season 4, Stranger Things has shown that no one is safe. This is Movie Smack, and today we are going over every death in the show, starting with one of the saddest moments for fans, Benny Hammond in the first season. Benny owned a small town diner, living far away from the chaos brewing in Hawkins. That calm brings the moment Eleven shows up, dirty, trembling, and running from something she cannot even say. He catches her stealing food.
Think you can steal from me, boy?
But instead of anger, he gives her something she has never had before, kindness. But when Benny calls social services, Hawkins' lab traces the call.
You know, it's funny, your voice, it sounds different.
Hawkins Labs then stages the scene to look like a suicide, the first of many cover-ups they pulled throughout the series. While Benny's death hit fans hard, Barb's did more than make people emotional. It sparked outrage online and started the Justice for Barb campaign. When Nancy grew close to Steve, Barb warned her, but Nancy didn't listen. One night she followed Nancy to Steve's party, and this choice set the stage for the disaster. Nancy pressured Barb to shotgun a beer, but while trying, Barb accidentally cut her hand. The two argued, and Nancy told her to go home before disappearing upstairs with Steve for a little bar. Feeling left out and hard, Barb stayed by the pool instead of leaving. Blood from her cut dripped into the water, attracting the Demogorgon, which grabbed her and dragged her into the Upside Down. The next episode showed Barb walking into the rotting version of the pool in the Upside Down. She called for Nancy and tried to climb out, but she was pulled down and killed off-screen by the creature. To be honest, I don't think the writers themselves cared about Barb's death, or about her character in general. She was basically a plot device whose death was used to start Nancy's storyline. In the last episode of Season 1, the first Demogorgon made its final move inside Hawkins Middle School. Eleven and the boys ended up trapped in the classroom with no way out, and just when Demogorgon was about to consume them, the Eleven stepped in. The Demogorgon began breaking apart piece by piece until a bright flash filled the room. While the first season shocked fans with sudden, brutal losses, the second season hit differently, mixing heartbreak with heroism. In the 8 episodes of the season, Bob helps Joyce and Hooper decipher Will's drawings and navigate the Hawkins National Laboratory. Inside the lab, Will, controlled by the Mind Flayer, forced the Modocs to attack. Bob and the others took over in a control room, but the building went into lockdown. The only way out was to restore power in the breaker room. Bob was the only one who understood basic programming on the system, so he volunteered. He fixed the system and got the power running, urging others to escape while they could. A Demodog tackled him, killing him in front of Joyce. And this way he secured his place forever as Bob newbie superhero. Moving to Season 3, Bruce Lowy and Tom Holloway worked at the Hawkins Post. Once the Mind Flayer gained control, both men were turned into fly, possessed by the hive mind and twisted into threads. Nancy and Jonathan faced them at the Hawkins Memorial Hospital, and in a brutal fight, Nancy stabbed Bruce with scissors and crushed his skull with a fire extinguisher, while Jonathan stabbed Tom in the neck. But their deaths didn't end the danger. Their bodies melted into a grotesque biomass, merging to form the hospital monster, a smaller but terrifying extension of the Mind Flayer. Billy arrived in Hawkins Season 2 with charm, confidence, and a temper that often boiled over, especially towards his stepsister Max. On the surface he looked like a classic bad boy, but underneath he carried anger, fear, and need to stay in control. In Season 3 he worked as a lifeguard at the community pool, a quiet glimpse of a normal life before everything changed. When the Mind Flayer took control of him, Billy becomes one of its most dangerous victims. In the finale, we finally see the boy behind the anger. Eleven reaches him by triggering a memory of his mother.
This is your new sister.
Please, 7 feet.
Breaking through the Mind Flayer's grip for a moment. In the end, Billy fights back, not for himself but to protect Eleven. He steps in front of the monster and takes the fatal blow. And before he dies, he turns to Max, giving a moment of heartbreaking redemption.
Billy, get up, please. Billy, look up, please.
Sorry.
While the show is known for absolutely crazy situations, human dangers were just as real. Grigory, a Soviet enforcer, was cold, calculated, and deadly. He was sent to protect the Russian secret operations under Starkov Mall, eliminating anyone who got too close. We see Grigory's ruthlessness early in Season 3, when he assassinates Dr. Alexei at the Hawkins Funfair, punishing what he saw as a betrayal after Alexei tried to defect. In Season 4, Hopper and Joyce uncovered the Russians' plan to breach the barrier between dimensions, turning them into Grigory's prime targets. At the center of that plan was a machine called the Key, and when they raced to disable it, Grigory cornered Hopper, but it wasn't a smart move for Grigory as he died. But the 4th season introduced one of Stranger Things' most terrifying villains, Vecna, whose presence turned almost every death into horrifying calculated event. The season revealed a chilling pattern to how he selected and killed his victims, preying on their deepest fears and traumas. The first murder we witness is Chrissy Cunningham's death. Her death opened the first major gate, a crucial step in Vecna's plan to merge the Upside Down with Hawkins, signaling the rise of a true final boss and setting the stage for the horrors to come. Moving on to episode 2, Fred Benson carried Gil from a car accident in 1985 that killed another student and left a scar on his face. In 1986, while investigating Chrissy Cunningham's death alongside Nancy Wheeler, Vecna targeted him as his second victim. Lured by Vecna into the woods, he stumbled into an open grave. Farring McKinney, a Hawkins basketball player, was another victim of Vecna, carried the weight of a troubled home life and lingering insecurities. While chasing Eddie across Lover's Lake, his body contouring violently as Vecna snapped his bones and gouged his eyes. His death opened a gate to the Upside Down at the lake and marked him as Vecna's third victim. Up until season 4, fans never fully understood Vecna's origin. Episode 7 finally revealed how Henry Creel became the monster he would grow into. One night during a family dinner, Henry used his telekinetic and mind control abilities to brutally murder his mother and sister.
Has to happen. Nice night.
He broke their bones, gouged her eyes. He then tried to kill his father, Victor, but the effort overwhelmed him, collapsing him into coma. Henry was secretly taken by Dr. Martin Brenner to the Hawkins National Laboratory. There he became the first subject 001, and the beginning of the experiments that would shape Vecna. Later, Henry struck again, this time targeting the very lab where he was kept. The lab became the scene of massacre, killing over 30 people, including 13 children and 22 staff members. The season 4 finale was filled with many deaths, but none hit fans harder than Eddie Monson's when he sacrificed himself to help defeat Vecna. Tasked with creating a distraction alongside Dustin, Eddie climbs to the top of his trailer. After ensuring Dustin escaped through the gate, Eddie chooses to stay behind, drawing the creatures farther from others. He is eventually overwhelmed and mauled by the swarm. In his final moments, Eddie tells Dustin he loves him and urges him to protect Hawkins' outcasts. His heroic death commends his legacy, leaving Dustin devastated and his Uncle Wayne heartbroken.
And it's finally my year. I love you, Dad.
In the season finale, Jason Craver meets a brutal end at the Creel house, a key site in Vecna's plan. His arrogance and refusal to face reality seal his fate. Fans had mixed reactions. Some were glad to see the entitled and stubborn antagonist get what was coming, while others felt he didn't deserve to die. Moving on to Agent Harmon was tasked by the Dr. Sam Owens protecting Mike, Will and Jonathan at the Byers' house when they get attacked. Policy was captured and tortured by Sullivan's men to confirm Eleven's whereabouts before they attacked the Nina facility in Nevada, where Eleven was regaining her powers. Those powers would later prove crucial in saving Max's life. By the end of season 4, Max volunteered as bait to take down Vecna, but the plan went horribly wrong. Vecna overpowered Eleven's psychic defense and brutally attacked Max. Broken bones, bleeding eyes, her body shattered. Before he could finish her, Eleven overpowered him. She was close to defeating him when Nancy, Steve and Robin attacked Vecna's body in the Upside Down. The sudden pain dissolved Mind Layer, and Vecna disappeared before Eleven could finish him. Lucas caught Max as she collapsed in one of the series' most emotional moments.
I want to die. I'm not ready.
You're not gonna die. Please just hang on.
I want to go on. I don't want to.
You're not gonna die. Just hang on.
and was rushed to Hawkins Memorial Hospital, and she had technically died. But now, if there was anyone every fan was waiting to see meet his end, it was Dr. Brenner, known as Papa. Brenner's story ended in the Nevada desert when the US military attacked the Nina facility, believing Eleven was the danger. Brenner was shot multiple times by a sniper from a helicopter as he tried to escape with her. Seeing the threat, Eleven used her telekinesis to destroy the helicopter. In his final moments, Brenner deactivated Eleven's shock collar and attempted to justify his actions, but she rejected him, whispered goodbye Papa, and left him to die alone. This death and estimated numbers of Demogorgon's victims off-screen make us look at over 1 million deaths in the entire show.